Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In the last episode we improved to 4-0 after defeating the Minnesota Vikings, who of course won the Super Bowl last season. And in this episode we'll face off against a pretty good Indianapolis Colts team that has started 3-1. Let's take a look at the standings around the league. In the AFC North, the Steelers are 2-2, the Browns are 2-2, the Ravens are 1-3, and the Bengals are 1-3. In the South, the Colts lead the way at 3-1, the Titans are 2-2, the Jags are 1-3, and the Texans are 1-3. In the AFC East, the Jets are 3-1, the Pats are 3-1, the Dolphins are 3-1, and the Bills are 2-2. In the AFC West, we lead the way at 4-0. The Chargers are 3-1, the Chiefs and the Raiders are 2-2. In the NFC, specifically the North, the Bears are 4-0, the Vikings are 2-2, the Lions are 1-3, and the Packers are 0-4. In the NFC South, the Falcons are 2-2, the Bucks are 2-2, the Panthers are 1-3, and the Saints are 0-4. In the NFC East, the Giants are 3-1, the Cowboys are 3-1, the Eagles are 2-2, and the Commanders are 1-3. And in the West, the 49ers are 3-1, the Seahawks are 2-2, the Rams are 2-2, and the Cardinals are 1-3. 3 out of our 4 games have been very, very close. There's definitely a world where this Broncos team is 1-3 instead of 4-0. If we take a look at the Colts' schedule, their only loss on the season is to the Texans, who they actually beat in week 1, and then their other 2 wins are against the Ravens team that we recently beat and the Rams. This Colts team is led, of course, by Anthony Richardson, who is now in his 3rd NFL season, 803 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 picks on the year. They've also, of course, got Jonathan Taylor, who is one of the best running backs in Madden. So let's get into this week's action. We've got a tandem breakout this time for the defense, and it's Tyreek Stevenson, who missed last week's game with an injury. Pat Surtain II plays at such a high level and always leads by example. Do you think I can have that kind of impact? I do think that he could have that kind of impact. We'll see if he can earn superstar dev. Ready to run through a wall, coach. I haven't felt this prepared and pumped up for a game all season long. PS2 has earned 2,500 XP for inspiring a teammate, and if we get 2+ combined interceptions and pass deflections with Tyreek against the Colts, it will inspire the entire defense. Tyreek Stevenson will have +3 man in zone coverage for the next game, a pretty big upgrade indeed. Also, if you recall from last episode, Baron Browning tore his labrum. He will miss the next 3 games, meaning that Nick Bonito will be starting at the rush right end or left end position, and then Blaine Wynn will miss this game and return next game. So let's get into this weekly strategy against the Colts, and of course they are an excellent running team with a guy like Jonathan Taylor, so we are going to defend run inside, and offensively I will continue to focus on running inside so that we can hopefully get the run game going. Let's see if we've got any injuries after training this week. It looks like defensively we are good to go. Offensively though, Javonte Williams has a back strain, so I imagine he will miss today's game, and other than that we are healthy. And finally, we do have some players to upgrade. In fact, it's just the one, Rashad Winters, before we get started, and he still just needs to work on route running more than anything else. Let's give him a possession upgrade this time. 1 break tackle, 1 catch in traffic, 2 catching, 1 impact block, and 2 run block. Pretty good upgrade for Rashad Winters, who is now a true 79 overall, closing in on another ability slot. But let's not waste any more time and let's get into the game against the Colts. It is Sunday Night Football here at Empower Field, so we've got Denver in their all orange snow-capped helmets and the Colts in their all blue blacked out helmets, so it should be a pretty good looking matchup. The Colts will be starting with the football today, and we are underway here in Denver. This one looks to be going out the back of the end zone, and it is indeed. It might have even gone through the uprights, and that is where the 3rd-year man Anthony Richardson will take the field for the first time today. Let's take a look at his stats, which I mentioned earlier, but doesn't hurt to take another look. 803, 6 touchdowns, 2 picks. So let's see what this Colts team can do offensively with one of the most athletically gifted quarterbacks in NFL history, as Justin Reed can't bring him down. PS2 has to do so. It's a pickup of 10 on Richardson's first carry. I imagine we'll see a bunch of read option today. And remember, here on the right side of your screen, it is Nick Bonito instead of Baron Browning. It's a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. A good tackle from Devin Bush, but still a first down for Indy. From the 36, a fresh set of downs, as Richardson will hand it off to Taylor again, and nowhere to go. A pickup of 2 brought down by Drew Sanders. 3rd down and 8 for the Colts. Broncos defense looking for a big stop here, sending a blitz. Devin Bush is in the backfield, and he brings down Anthony Richardson. A sack, a loss of 8. It'll be 4th and 16, and Denver will take over possession. Dennis Colbert coming off of his worst performance as the Broncos starter against the Vikings, but we got the dub anyway. 1st and 10 from the 23. It's going to be Tajay Spears. Again, Jaleel McLaughlin will miss today's action, so you're going to be seeing a lot of Mr. Spears. 1st and 10 Denver. On 1st and 10 from the 33, Colbert back to pass, has Chester Truman wide open, and he's in the open field. Nobody's gonna catch him. He is way too fast. Naruto runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. You gotta cover Chester Truman. Breaks away down the field. Nobody lined up on him, and it was far too late when people got close, because when he's in the open field, nobody's gonna catch him. 6 points on the board for Denver. So Denver off to an early lead here in the first after the big play by Chester Truman. We'll see if the Colts can answer. It's a handoff. Jonathan Taylor stiff arms Devin Bush. Brought down by Drew Sanders at the 28. 2nd down as Richardson fakes one snap and then takes the following one. Throws, and it is incomplete towards Michael Pittman, who just got punched in the chest by PS2. 3rd and 7. Denver looking for a 3-and-out here as Richardson's back to pass under pressure again, and this time it's Drew Sanders on the sack. It's a repeat of the last drive, but this time Drew Sanders brings him down in the backfield. 4th and 17, Indy. Denver starts with excellent field position on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 44. Spears in the backfield, and it is a handoff to him. Nowhere to go. You will see a little bit of number 38 here in the backfield. That is Jaleel McLaughlin. And we're setting up a screen for him this time, and it looks like it's going to work out pretty well. Jukes back to the outside and gets the 1st down yardage to the 43. 1st and 10. Jaleel still in the game. Colbert back to pass, has his man. That's Zay Jones, holds on through the contact, a pickup of 7. Spears back in the backfield, 2nd and 3. It is a handoff to him. Good running room, good blocking from Zion Johnson in front of him, and another 1st down for Denver. From the 26, it is 1st and 10. Colbert back to pass, has Zay Jones left side, makes the grab, goes down to the 19. That'll be a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2 from the 19. A fake to McLaughlin. Colbert looks to throw, has his man. That's Chester Truman, and it's punched out. That sort of looked like a fumble to me. 3rd and 2 coming up. So from the 19 on 3rd and 2, it's handoff. Tajay Spears, it's blown up. That's DeForest Buckner. 4th and 2 coming up. From the 19 on 4th and 2, we are lined up to go for this. Colbert looking to throw, wants Chester Truman, nearly intercepted, and that is a turnover on downs. The Colts will take over. This Colts offense has struggled thus far, and Richardson out of the shotgun will look to throw, has a man. That is, I believe, the tight end Jelani Woods with the reception, the actual first completion on the day for Richardson. So a fresh set of downs from the 30, handoff Taylor, nowhere to go, a big blitz from the Denver defense. 2nd down and 9. Defense playing really, really well so far, and honestly been playing very well in the last few weeks especially, but this time Anthony Richardson's going to get away, tripped up at the 46, but a big gain for the Colts quarterback. 1st and 10. The read option for them seems to work especially well when Anthony Richardson decides to keep it. On 1st and 10 after an audible, Richardson takes the snap, fires, wants Pittman, has Pittman. Justin Reed, the only man to stop a touchdown, and he will. Down at the 14 is Michael Pittman. PS2 could not reach out and get a hand on it. He tried his best, but it's a big 1st down in the red zone for Indianapolis. From the 14, 1st and 10. As Richardson throws, end zone, knocked away. That is Dante Wake in coverage. On 2nd down, Richardson hands off. Taylor brought down. That's Khalil Mack in the backfield, a loss of a yard. The first play of the 2nd quarter will be 3rd and long from the 15. Richardson snaps the ball very quickly, launches in zone, knocked away by Tyreek Stevenson, but there is a flag down. It is holding on the offense. We're going to go ahead and decline that and force a 4th and 11. 7-3 is your score. The Colts able to add a field goal, but could not punch that one in. 1st and 10 from the 25. It's handoff. Tajay Spears has to cut it back to the middle, breaks a crucial tackle, and gets a gain of 9 for his efforts. 2nd and 1 from the 34. It's Jaleel McLaughlin in the backfield now, and brought down. No gain for McLaughlin. 3rd and 1. Denver looking to convert this 3rd down. Colbert on the run, looking for Chester Truman, has his man, jukes out a defender, and gets to the 37 in Indianapolis territory. It's going to be a big day for Chester Truman. 1st and 10 from the 37. Truman in motion, and it's a jet sweep for him. Good blocking to the right side, and he's got a big gain to the 18. A rush of 19 yards for Chester Truman. 1st and 10 from the 18. Colbert, play action. Will look to throw. Has a man back corner of the end zone. It's Rashad Winters, but it is well overthrown. On 2nd down from the 18, Colbert will hand off to Jaleel McLaughlin, and he's got a good pickup. Sets up a 3rd and short. From the 9, it's 3rd and 1. Jaleel still in the game, and it's a handoff to him. Good blocking, but runs into his own lineman. Probably a touchdown if he can avoid him, but it's a 1st and goal from the 6. Spears checks back in. 1st and goal from the 6. Colbert play action. Throws. End zone touchdown. It's Rashad Winters. He's been a touchdown machine so far this season. One of Colbert's favorite targets, and another one here for him. Broncos will add 6 and make it a 14-3 lead. 7.5 minutes left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Colts offense has not looked too great, but they did look a lot better on that last drive. Richardson throws, has Pittman. That one looks like it was dropped. 2 for 7 to start the day for Richardson. To make it 2nd and 10 after the incompletion, as Richardson, calling an audible, takes the snap, will look to throw, has good blocking, has time, caught by Jelani Woods, but it's only a pickup of 2. 3rd down and 8 coming up. 3rd down from the 27, as Richardson fires, has his man, it's punched out. That's Tyreek Stevenson forcing the ball out of Rashad Bateman's hands, and I imagine the Colts will punt it away here. From the 32, it is 1st and 10 Broncos, up 14-3 with a little over 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Spears loses a yard on this carry. DeForest Buckner blows that play up. On 2nd and 11 from the 31, Colbert back to throw. Wants Zay Jones, but he gets tripped up, and that is out of reach. 3rd down. Empty backfield for Dennis Colbert. He will look to throw. Has a man over the middle, but takes a hit. And it'll be 4th down. The Colts will take back over. Chad Muma, our backup middle linebacker, was injured on the punt return. So we'll see what his injury was in just a moment. That's a drop from Jonathan Taylor. A torn labrum, the 3rd one for this team on the season. That'll make the undrafted rookie Will Ware the new backup middle linebacker for the foreseeable future, but you likely will not see very much of him at all. A keeper for Richardson. Drew Sanders saves a big gain. There's also a flag down on the play. Holding on the offense, they will back it up. Let's make it 2nd and 20. 2 tight end set to the left side as Richardson fires quickly, has his man. That's Jelani Woods. 3rd and 9 from the 25. Richardson only been able to complete very short passes, primarily to his tight end so far today. See what he does this time. Runs to his left, runs into Khalil Mack, but gets away and runs up the field, where he's eventually brought down by Devin Bush at the 45. A bad missed tackle from Khalil Mack. That is what Anthony Richardson brings to the table, though, his athleticism and elusiveness. As from under center, has a man in motion, and it's a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Doesn't get very far. A pickup of 2. Been a bad day so far for JT. 3:40 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Richardson will look to throw this time. Fires down the field, has a man, that is caught. It's Rashad Bateman. Tyreek Stevenson in coverage. A big play for Indianapolis to the 24 in Denver territory. 2nd and 10 from the 24. And it's a keeper for Richardson. A lot of green to the right side. Going to need somebody to save a touchdown, and they do. Avery Baptiste involved on that tackle as well. First and goal at the 6. Drew Tranquil is healthy, by the way. He missed last week and Avery Baptiste subbed in, but Avery Baptiste is going to be the starter going forward. It is a handoff up the gut. Jonathan Taylor dives, touchdown, Indianapolis. Finally, they get a run play to work, and at a very good moment as JT able to punch this one into the end zone, and the Colts, with not a ton of time left here in the second quarter, will chip away at the Broncos' lead. 2 minutes and 15 seconds for the Broncos to find some additional points before the half. From the 25, Colbert back to throw. Has a man running to the right. That was Zay Jones. Falls incomplete. It'll be second down. From the 25 on 2nd and 10. Running is Spears and nobody blocked. Quiddy Pay. 3rd and 13 coming up. 3rd down, 13 to go from the 22. It's going to be a handoff to Tajay Spears. Doesn't get very far, but we forced the Colts to burn one of those timeouts, and now we will punt it away and see if our defense can get a stop. 1 minute and 50 seconds remains. The Colts with an opportunity to take the lead here before the half. I believe that we start with the ball in the second half. That is Jelani Woods wide open over the middle, and they're practically to midfield already. They'll hurry it up. 1st and 10, a minute and a half left now from the 46. Richardson throws right side. That's Jelani Woods again, over pursued by Drew Sanders, and he's off to the races, brought down by Justin Reed at the 28. A huge gain again for the tight end. 50 seconds left. 1st and 10 from the 28. Somebody jumped. That'll be a false start, and they'll push it back. 1st and 15 from the 33. 40 seconds left. As Richardson steps up to run, gets a good block downfield from Michael Pittman, and goes down to the 14. They call a timeout. At this point, it's all about keeping them out of the end zone if possible. 1st and 10 from the 14. Throw. Pittman dropped. Another drop for Michael Pittman. 2nd and 10. 30 seconds remain here on 2nd down from the 14. As Richardson under some pressure, it's Khalil Mack and then Zach Allen. Call him Sack Allen. 3rd and 18. They're not using that last timeout. Only 6 seconds left. Okay, they will burn the timeout with 4 seconds finally, and I guess they'll settle for the field goal to head into the half. On 3rd and 18, that kick is up, and it is right down the middle. It'll be 14-13 heading into the half. Unless we can get a magical kick return from Jerry Perry, the speedster. He fumbles, actually, recovered by Chester Truman, and that will bring us to halftime. Up 14-13, a very close game so far. Both offenses not playing their best at this point, I would say. Take a look around the league, see what's happening elsewhere. The Titans visiting the Texans and won 14-10 there. Russell Wilson still their starting quarterback. The Jets visiting the Patriots and lost 14-28. The Patriots with Mac Jones still 4-1 to start this season. And here's all the other scores from this week's action. Feel free to pause and take a look and see if your favorite team caught a dub. Broncos do start with the football here in the second half from the 25 on 1st and 10. Colbert back to throw. Wants Chester Truman, has Chester Truman, and he's got a big first down to the 44. Chester Truman today only 3 catches, but has 115 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 44. Jaleel McLaughlin in the backfield. He has good downfield speed, tries to juke out the last defender, has another first down for the Broncos. Part of me wants to get Jaleel involved more even when Javonte isn't hurt. It just doesn't feel like there's a ton of room for that. Don't really want to do a running back by committee with 3 players. From the 42, it's a handoff. Spears nowhere to go. No gain for him. 2nd and 10 from the 41. Jaleel in the backfield again. It's a fake to him. Zay Jones is wide open, but down goes Dennis. A big sack. 3rd and 18. We had Zay Jones wide open in the middle. 3rd down and 18 as Colbert will look to throw. Fires off his back foot looking for Jerry Perry, but it is inaccurate. 4th down, and Denver going to have to punt this one away. Unfortunately, the punt was a touchback, and the Colts will start from the 20. 1st and 10. First play of the second half for them is a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Gets past Devin Bush. but not past Justin Reed in PS2, but that is a first down to the 34 for JT. Fresh set of downs. Richardson under center, moving Woods in motion slightly. It's another handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Breaks the Justin Reed tackle, but luckily Drew Sanders was in pursuit. Another first down to midfield. The run game looking easy here, at least on the first 2 plays of the second half, as Jonathan Taylor is in the zone. It's another handoff to him, and not a great run this time. Justin Reed and Dante Wake both there, only a pickup of 1. That makes it 2nd and 9 from the 47, as Richardson will hand off to Jonathan Taylor once again, breaks the Patrick Surtain tackle and goes down, but has the first down yardage to the 39 in Denver territory. Slowly but surely moving it along. Clearly they wanted to run the ball more here in the second half, as that is what they've done to start this first drive. Jonathan Taylor on the carry again. Gets a pickup of 2. That makes it 3rd and 8 from the 37 for Indy. Richardson will fake the handoff to Taylor, run to his right, launching one, end zone. Jelani Woods caught, touchdown Colts. Cameron Bynum in coverage gets beat by the big tight end Jelani Woods, and he makes the reception for a touchdown for Indianapolis. A big time throw off his back foot by Anthony Richardson. I mean, look at that. That is incredible. Finds Woods in the end zone, and the Colts will take a lead for the first time today. They're actually going to go for this 2-point conversion, try to make it a 21-14 game. And it is going to be a throw, and it's Jelani Woods again. This time, Drew Sanders in coverage couldn't keep up. 2-point conversion is good, and now Indy up by a full 7. The Broncos down by a touchdown now. 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Colbert looks to throw, has Chester Truman, who of course has the best speed in the NFL, a big gain for him. Every touch he gets is 20 plus so far today. Colbert has about 160 yards passing today. 141 of those are to Chester Truman. 1st and 10 from the 49. Colbert changing up the play. Throws on the bubble screen for Zay Jones, has good blocking downfield from Chester Truman, and Marvin Mims eventually gets tackled by Marvin Mims and falls out of bounds. 1st and 10 though. From the 38 on 1st and 10, it's a handoff to Tajay Spears. Tries to get a burst of speed to the outside, can't quite get there, but it is a pickup of 9. From the 29 on 2nd and 1, Colbert back to pass, has Truman again, but missed him. Under pressure, inaccurate from Dennis Colbert. Make it 3rd down and 1 from the 29. Spears in the backfield. It will be a carry for him, and he's got the first down yardage. Buckner almost blowing that play up. From the 27, it's a fresh set of downs. Colbert will look to pass. Has Marvin Mims underneath, but he drops it. Marvin Mims, no catches last week. And on his first attempt this week, he will drop the ball. From the 27 once again, 2nd and 10. Colbert rolling, has Chester Truman. Who else was it going to be? Tried to juke to the outside. Goes down, though, at the 6. 1st and goal, Denver. A big day for Chester Truman. We never expect anything less from him. Off the field on this play, though, as Colbert throws, has Winters. Touchdown for the big tight end once again. Rashad Winters capitalizes in the red zone time and time again. And this time is 2nd on the day. It'll be 21-21. Jonathan Taylor still in the zone as the Colts take over now a tie football game. 1st and 10. Richardson throws. Woods knocked out. That's Drew Sanders in coverage. Another game, another day where we're getting scorched by tight ends. 2nd and 10 to the 25 as that'll be a throw from Richardson. Finds Bateman, a pickup of 5, setting up 3rd and medium. 3rd down, 5 to go. From the 30, Richardson will look to throw, rolling to his right side. Comes back across his body and out of reach of Jelani Woods. 4th and 5. The Colts likely to punt this one away. 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Broncos after the defensive stop. Colbert back to pass, has Jerry Perry over the middle, and he makes the grab and gets to about midfield. 1st and 10 for Denver. I believe that is only the 2nd catch in the career of Jerry Perry so far. Mostly he does kick return and punt return duties. 1st and 10 from the 49 though. Colbert back to pass again. Wants Truman, misses. inaccurate from Dennis Colbert. From the 49, it is 2nd and 10. Handoff. Tajay Spears has good running room to the outside and gets to the 36. A 1st and 10 for the Broncos. The fourth quarter is officially underway. Still a tie football game, but Denver in field goal range from the 36. It's a handoff to Jaleel McLaughlin and picks up about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 from the 32. Colbert back to pass. Wants Zay Jones, has Zay Jones, and he gets to the 21. Another 1st and 10 for the Broncos. On 2nd and 10 from the 21, Colbert throws Truman, and that'll be a short gain, setting up a 3rd and 5. From the 16, it is 3rd down. Colbert throws end zone. Winters knocked away. Looking for his biggest red zone target, but it is knocked away. It'll be 4th down, and we'll settle for the field goal. Tanner Brown on for the 33-yard field goal attempt. That one is up. It is good. It is 24-21 for the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Colts. It's a fake to Jonathan Taylor. And a spin move throw for Michael Pittman was actually on target from Anthony Richardson. It's just punched out. It was a bit of a crazy throw there from Anthony Richardson, but I guess that's what that kind of athletic ability gives you. On 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dumps it off to Jonathan Taylor. Can't break the Drew Sanders tackle. It's a loss of 2. 3rd and long. Denver looking for a big stop here. This will go a long way to a victory. Richardson out of the shotgun, running out of time. It's a screen for Josh Downs, and PS2 gets off of his block and makes a play. 4th and 4 Indy. I imagine they will punt this away. Not great field position for the Broncos, as they'll start from their own 16. 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff on a counter to Spears, and he loses a yard. Make it 2nd and 11 from the 15. Colbert will look to throw, wants Zay Jones, but misses the pass. Dennis Colbert, from time to time, he is just incredibly inaccurate. I guess we'll call it rookie growing pains. Look to throw again. He wants Winters. It's swatted down. 4th and 11. We killed almost no time, and now we're going to punt it right back. So the Colts winning the field position battle will start from their own 33. Richardson changes the play and hands it off to Jonathan Taylor, but Zach Allen is in the backfield. He is playing like one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL this season. That makes it 2nd and 13. Zach Allen now in the zone. If you recall, he got X Factor this season. As Richardson fires left side, caught. It's Josh Downs. He's got the first, tripped up by Justin Reed at the 44. 1st down and 15 after a false start penalty from the 39. Richardson flipping the play around. Josh Downs sprinting over to the left side of the field now. 1st and 10. Throwing one down the field off his back foot. It's swatted away by Cameron Bynum. Good effort from Richardson, but it wasn't meant to be. And now it is 2nd and 15 from the Indy 39. Richardson out of the pistol, throws quickly, has Jelani Woods, and he'll make it a 3rd and more manageable 8 for Indianapolis. This is a pretty critical 3rd down. We'll see if Indy can convert. It's Richardson will look to throw, has his man. Who else? It's the tight end Jelani Woods. It was Dante Wake in coverage, and the coverage looked good at first, but then Woods broke away. 1st and 10 Indianapolis. We just cannot keep up with tight ends. It is ridiculous. 1st and 10 from the 32. As Richardson will keep it and might take off to run. He will. Brought down by Devin Bush. An excellent open field tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another pretty critical 3rd down. Of course, they could kick the field goal from here, make it a tie football game, but I'm sure that they want to take the lead. It's a read option, and nobody even close to Anthony Richardson. Cameron Bynum saves a touchdown. To the 9 go the Colts. That sets up a 1st and goal. The read option, as long as Anthony Richardson has kept it, has killed us today. Richardson throws, end zone. Pittman broken up. Pat Surtain gets a hand on it. 2nd down. Pat Surtain been all over Michael Pittman today. That'll set up a 2nd and goal as they change up the formation. From the 9, Richardson has time. Throws, should have been intercepted by Justin Reed. way off the mark from Anthony Richardson. So now it is 3rd and goal as Richardson by himself rolls, finds his man. He's not in the end zone though. It's Jonathan Taylor with Dante Wake making the tackle. 4th and goal from the 1. We'll see what they elect to do. They have decided to just kick the field goal from the 1. That kick is up. That kick is good. And it is now a tie football game here late in Denver. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left. And a field goal is all that's needed to win this game. It's a handoff to Tajay Spears. Doesn't get very far, but does have a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7. The 2-minute warning come and gone. From the 28, Colbert back to throw. Wants Chester Truman, but hit as he throws. And that'll make it a 3rd down and 7. This 3rd down could change the tide of this game. 3rd and 7. Colbert back to pass. Gonna throw crossbody, wants Truman, and he holds on through the contact. What a catch by Chester Truman. The bailout man of this team comes through once again. Colbert was hit as he threw that. Managed to make it accurate enough. 1st and 10 from the 46. Handoff, Jaleel breaks a tackle and gets to the 49, sets up 2nd and 4. 1 minute left to play. 2nd and 4 from about midfield. Looking for Marvin Mims across the middle. Makes the grab, gets to the 40, and now we are in field goal range. With less than 30 seconds left, the Colts are not using their timeouts, which feels like a mismanagement of the clock. We'll hand off. Tajay Spears doesn't get far to the 39. We call our first timeout. We want to see if we can get at least a little bit closer. 15 seconds left. Handoff. Spears tripped up. I think he may have even lost a yard there. And we'll call a timeout and attempt this field goal. So on to kick another game-winning field goal is Tanner Brown. Kick, of course, has been iced. Kick is up, and it is shanked to the right. And we are headed to overtime. 24-24, the end of regulation, and to an overtime period we go. The Broncos have won the toss, and we will elect to receive. Here we are in overtime. It's 1st and 10 from the 26 for the Broncos. Colbert looks to throw, fires, wanted Zay Jones. Under pressure, inaccurate, 2nd down. That makes it 2nd and 10 from the 26. Colbert wants Truman, misses the throw again. 2nd down now. That makes it 3rd and 10. 2 bad throws from Colbert. 1 excusable, but that 2nd one absolutely not. Dump this one off. Zay Jones, can he get to the marker? No, he can't. And now it is 4th and 6 Broncos, and we have no choice but to punt this one away. Next score wins. The Colts only need a field goal. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Jonathan Taylor can't break out of the Drew Sanders tackle. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 23. Richardson will throw. Finds Pittman, but it's broken up. Who else? It's PS2. 3rd and 10 from the 23. Richardson takes the snap. Running out of time. Launching one down the field for Rashad Bateman. It's knocked away by Cameron Bynum. If that was Stevenson one-on-one, we would have just lost that game. Cameron Bynum bailed him out. Denver takes over with really good field position. 1st and 10 from the 40. Handoff. Spears gets a lane and gets a first. He's to the 49 in Colt territory. From the 49, it is 1st and 10. We'll go back to Spears, but Buckner having none of it. A loss of 3. Makes it 2nd and 13 from the 49. Back to pass. Looking for Marvin Mims. Makes the grab and gets to the 43. It'll be 3rd and 4 Denver. It's play action. Colbert will look to throw, and he takes a sack. The worst possible time for a sack. It pushes us out of field goal range. And now on 4th and 14, we're going to have to punt it right back. 3.5 minutes remain before the game ends in a tie. The Colts will start from their own 10. And it's a keeper for Richardson. These have worked very, very well, and it's going to again. Justin Reed chases him down, but he gets all the way to the Indy 38. Another 1st and 10. Under 3 minutes left now in the overtime period. as Richardson will hand it off to Jonathan Taylor. Drew Sanders may have just saved a touchdown with that tackle. 2nd down and 6 from the 42. Richardson is out of the pistol this time. Takes the snap, hands off. Jonathan Taylor, Drew Sanders all over him again. He has been on Jonathan Taylor's case all day today. 3rd and 5 from the 42. Richardson is out of the shotgun. He will look to throw, fires, has Josh Downs wide open in the middle of the field. Dante Wake, terrible coverage. And that puts the Colts well into field goal range. We'll see if Denver can push them back at all. Handoff, Jonathan Taylor, he does go backwards. That's Devin Bush. That makes it 2nd and 11. Richardson will change up the play a little bit and will take the snap. It's another handoff. JT goes nowhere. They call a timeout. 3rd and 11 from the 34. 1 minute exactly on the clock. Jonathan Taylor on the carry. He's going to get a big gain here, and this is going to make the field goal attempt a lot easier for the Colts. 4th and inches. On to kick the field goal from the 23. That kick is up, and it is right down the middle, and the win streak for the Broncos will end at 4. The Colts come in and get the dub in overtime. Both teams will be 4-1 exiting this game. What a game here in Denver. The Colts played really well. The defense is both showing up in overtime, and just a terrible, terrible missed play from Dante Wake, who played really well otherwise, allowing Josh Downs way down the middle of the field, and the Colts will exit with a win, 27-24. We take a look at player stats. Dennis Colbert was okay today. He was inaccurate pretty frequently. 51% completion percentage, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns. Didn't have any picks though. Anthony Richardson was also not very accurate. 45%, 1 touchdown, no picks. Rushing, Jonathan Taylor was honestly quiet today, which I did not expect. Normally we are terrible against even the most mediocre of running backs, but even Jonathan Taylor struggled today, and he's definitely not a mediocre running back. Tajay Spears was okay as well. 3.5 a carry isn't ideal. Jaleel McLaughlin, though, 5.8 a carry. Did very well. Receiving, Jelani Woods, 8 catches for 137. We got to figure out some way to guard tight ends. I don't know how to do it. Chester Truman, 7 catches for 185 yards, and of course that 1 touchdown, 67 yards on that score. Zay Jones, 5 for 42. Marvin Mims, 2 for 17. Winters, 2 for 12, but both of those catches were touchdowns. Jerry Perry, 1 for 21, and Jaleel had 1 for 13. We take a look defensively. Justin Reed had solo tackles, led, and then total tackles as well. Devin Bush had 10 total tackles. Dante Wake had 7. Khalil Mack, 2 TFLs. Zach Allen had 2. Devin Bush had 2. Drew Sanders had 1. Devin Bush had a sack. Khalil Mack had a half a sack. And Zach Allen, call him Sack Allen, had half a sack as well. No picks for the defense today. Tajay Spears has an upgrade after the game. We're just going to keep dumping points into elusive back for him. Would love to get a speed upgrade, but not today, evidently. Although I will take 1 acceleration, absolutely. Let's take a look at this tandem breakout. I didn't pay too much attention to it, so I have no idea how Stevenson did. Ready to go coming into the game, but wasn't able to find the ball or make the plays I was hoping to. Well, unfortunate. It's so hard because the other team has to throw his way all the time for him to be able to get those deflections. There's nothing really I can do to control that. We also have the 1 new injury, like I mentioned. Chad Muma has now torn his labrum as well. You almost never see him anyway. He's just a really good depth middle linebacker that plays behind Drew Sanders. He will miss the next 4 games, I guess really the next 3 games, because one of those 4 counts as this game. And that means you might see a little bit of the undrafted free agent Will Ware, but I highly doubt it. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Our first loss of the season comes at the hands of the Indianapolis Colts in overtime, 27-24. In the next episode, it looks like we have another offensive tandem breakout. I would imagine that Chester Truman's insane performance has possibly inspired Marvin Mims for the 2nd time this season. Also, with that game out of the way, we have learned that Dennis Colbert has star development, not superstar X Factor, just star. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the continued support. If you find yourself coming back on the regular and you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. But I will see you guys in the next episode where we'll face off against the 1-4 Houston Texans.